Hey Bat fans, Luke here, back in the Luke-mobile, and if I'm in the Luke-mobile, you know this is a special video, and it is a special video. This video is a response to a tag video I was tagged in by a good friend, Sleepy Reader, and that video series was entitled Top 10 Batman Covers tag video, whatever. I kind of butchered that at the end, but yeah, basically it's a countdown of my top 10 favorite Batman covers. And I heard that, and I was like, "Heck yeah, let's do this." I was really excited to do this video. But then, as I was kind of prepping for it, I kind of ran into a problem in that, and some other folks might run into this problem as well. It's just like, how do you choose 10 from such a wide range of covers? I mean, it was too much. I was having trouble going through every single Batman cover I had, just to figure out the top 10 of them. So I figured there's got to be a way to kind of narrow down the scope a little bit. So I thought about it, and in reality, if you're looking at DC, you basically have three phases of DC Comics. Pre-New 52, New 52, and Rebirth. At least through the modern collection. Whatever. That's how I kind of thought about it. Shoot me, whatever. Yeah, so I was like, all right, the problem, then I was like, all right, so let's look at the pre-New 52. I think that's a good start, but again, it was too much. Way too much. I couldn't even narrow it down just to Batman Detective, so I was like, all right, let's go ahead, let's take off the pre-New 52 off the plate. Plus, I'm sure if you go through all the tag video responses, you're going to see a lot of good pre-New 52 Batman covers, whether it be Batman Detective, Shadow, Legend, whatever. You're going to see that in those videos. So I was like, all right, well, how do you keep it somewhat original then and still come down with some good covers? So I was like, well, let's look at, obviously, New 52 and Rebirth. And to be honest, after thinking about it, I think the better quality covers actually came during the New 52 era compared to Rebirth. I mean, there's some good Rebirth covers out there, but I think for the most part, New 52 had some better covers. Maybe because New 52 was out longer, maybe, whatever the case may be. So I was like, all right, let's focus on, let's take the scope and bring it down even closer, and let's just focus on New 52. Then I was thinking, a lot of people kind of probably have seen, Batman Detective, whatever, New 52 covers. So if I'm just sitting there showing off stuff, I mean, I'm going to be able to show off some stuff maybe no one has really seen, but still keep it my top 10. So I was like, you know what? Let's do something a little different. So if you don't know, I've been really hunting down after these Batman New 52 variants. Detective, I started doing it too. I think I started during the Monster variant month. But I really haven't been backtracking as much on Detective during the New 52. And obviously Rebirth, I got Batman and Detective. I get the main issue and the variant. But for Detective, I'm not really too concerned about backtracking and getting all of them as much as I am, Batman. And Batman, my progress, I'm actually doing really well. I think issue 10 up, I think I'm only missing 2. And they're relatively easy to get a hold of. I just haven't found it for the right price. I think they're asking a little too much. So I'm hoping patience is a virtue. Coming across a good deal on it. But 10 below, I think I still have 7 more to go. And the ones I'm missing are like, number 1, the one done by Ethan Van Sciver. I've been really trying to get my hands on. I've seen them around. It just, again, it's the price. So I've been trying to really get them, but at the same time not pay an arm and a leg. But for the most part, I think I got damn near 7/8 of all the variants. So I figured this will be fun. Let's do a top 10 Batman New 52 variant cover countdown. And I thought, again, this is a way to show off some stuff that maybe not too many people might be familiar with. Plus, for me, I've been able to look at all my variant covers for Batman because New 52, because I really do enjoy them. That's really why I'm trying to get them all, because they really are quality covers. So Well, we're going to start off. I have obviously 10, and I have 2 honorable mentions. And this one, our first honorable mention, this is issue number 35. This is the Halloween variant. I think this is Bill Satterwhite. And this is the actual variant that actually started me wanting to get all the variant covers. Now, this is start of Endgame. And I remember I didn't really get my pull list started again at the new place I was at the time. This was when I was in Rhode Island. And this was the only cover I was able to get my hands on because obviously what happened inside. But it was, again, this is what really started me. Well, since I said, like, all right, well, I got the variant, I get the main issue. Like, well, variant covers, well, kind of like a completionist, so let's see if I can get all the variant covers. This actually started my Batman variant collection, and I like this one. This one, obviously, this is the Monsters of the Month variant cover. This is obviously using a Batman vampire style theme to it, and it fits the Batman character if you're trying to compare it to a Monsters variant. And this was awesome. So. Again, this is what pretty much started the hunt, and I'm glad to have it in the collection. That was my first honorable mention. And my second and last honorable mention, this is Batman number 2, Jim Lee variant. It's Jim Lee, and anytime I can get a Batman cover with Jim Lee doing the art on it, I'm going to jump on it all day long. This, again, number 2. Surprisingly, not impossible to get your hands on. I was able to get this at a decent price, so of course I jumped on it. But yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's Jim Lee. I mean, come on. So happy to have this in my collection. All right, so now we start off our countdown officially with number 10. This is Batman number 6. This is done by Gary Frank. And to be perfectly honest, this particular variant, I was not after. I remember me getting this. I was back home at Pittsburgh in New Dimension Comics. I was actually, thumbing through some of the back issues, and I actually saw this up front in one of their. It was like right in front of the box, and it was a really good deal. And I jumped on. I was like, heck yeah! So. But yeah, this is this is part of the Court of Owls story. Batman finding a Talon there. I think Gary Frank just did a absolute marvelous job at executing the image in this cover. I mean, his Batman is awesome. I love the pose of the Talon, and I love how you got the knife with the blood. And again, if you read the story, I mean, this particular issue, it's surreal, and it really does matches what's going on in the story. So, but yeah, that's number 10. This is Batman number 6, done by Gary Frank. Moving on to number 9, we have Batman issue number 16. This is part of the Death of the Family, and this is done by Alex Gardner. And Alex Gardner, he kind of uses his style a lot like someone we're probably going to see later on during this countdown. And he uses a really high amount of realism in his art. And it really does have a very unique color and inking design that just really make it pop. And I remember when Alex Gardner was doing all the issues in Batman Eternal, those covers are just beautiful. I think he did some Batgirl too, if I remember right. But yeah, this particular issue is just awesome. And again, if you see it's Batman riding the horse on fire, again, matches perfect what's going on inside of the issue. Batman going through Arkham, meet up with Joker, who's got his own court, along with members of the Justice League, who are actually civilians that he captured inside Arkham and made them dress like members of the Justice League. And his court are actually members of the Batman Rogue family. So it matches that, and then as he's going through the hallways, he comes across there's a horse on fire running through the halls. So And this pays homage to that part of the story, and Alex Garner just does a absolutely wonderful job of executing that on this cover. So, but yeah, that's number 9, Batman: Death of the Family, issue number 16, done by Alex Garner. Moving on to number 8, we have Batman issue number 52. This is done by Raphael Albuquerque, and the theme behind this variant, this is obviously the last issue of the new 52. Issue number 52. And what they did for the variants of this variant theme for this month is that they kind of paid homage to the very first issue of the title that they are referencing. So in this particular issue, this is a swipe of issue number 1 that Greg Capullo did, and no way was I going to grab issue number 1 out of where I have it right now to kind of show it in comparison, because that thing is not going to get damaged. Keep that thing in good condition that it's in. But yeah, this is a really good cover swipe done by Raphael Albuquerque. Now, I remember when it was announced that Albuquerque was going to do this particular variant, I was really excited because I love Albuquerque's art. His art in Batgirl he did was kind of come to somewhat of a mixed feeling of excitement, I guess. I liked it, but I can see kind of the criticism behind some of it. But I think some of the stuff like American Vampire and whatnot, his other Batman stuff, it's awesome, and he does a really good job of again swiping issue number 1, and it is awesome. It's dark, but it has a lot of good detail in it at the same time. Batman fighting off all these rogue members. So, but yeah, that is issue number. This is not what number is this? 8. Let me check my count. 7, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4. Yep, number 8. Sorry about that. I'm sure I'm going to lose count a lot in this. This is number 8, Batman number 52, done by Raphael Albuquerque. Moving on to number 7, we have Batman issue number 37. This is done by the variant done by Darwin Cook. And I think the better way to kind of show this is kind of going by here. We actually get kind of like a landscape view. And I absolutely love this. This is obviously, again, part of the Death of the Family story. And it's I almost want to say this is the last thing I picked up by Darwin Cook while he was alive before he passed away. So this one obviously has some sentimental value, because we really did lose one of the comic greats when he passed. And this, again, this is one of the last things. I think this is the last thing I picked up when he was alive. But I actually love it. I love every design of the characters on this cover, and I love it how you take like the portrait view. Obviously, it's meant to be picked up, but you look at it like in a landscape view. It really does give you a really good opportunity to see Darwin Cook's work at its best right here, and it's awesome. I love that Batman going up against the Joker, and the Joker's face being that disproportionate, kind of looking like going into like a madhouse and a carnival and whatnot. But yeah, I even love the Catwoman. That should harken back to the great Catwoman run he done back in the day. But yeah, every character on this is great. So this is definitely good to have. This is number 7, issue number 37, done by Darwin Cook. 4, 3, 2. Moving on to number 6, we have. God, I think this is issue number 39. I'm almost certain this is 39. Pretty sure it's 39. But anyway, this is Batman issue number 39. I'm almost positive. This is the end of Endgame. The end of Endgame. Redundancy. This is the month they did kind of like the movie themed. So this one obviously is a throwback to the movie The Mask, and I absolutely love this. This design looks exactly what almost Jim Carrey looks like in that movie. And I remember that. I think this one's done by Claus Johnson. I think. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, this is when I saw this was gonna be the variant for this. I was so excited to get this one. I told my comic book guy at Rhode Island at the time, I was like, "Do not screw this up. I want this." So, but he definitely hooked me up because I know a lot of people actually wanted this too. Probably because of the the end game, the end of Endgame, and but me in particular, it's just an awesome looking cover. I was super happy to get it. It's a simple concept. I even like how you got the credits there. It's like the credits to the book, but at the same time, it kind of looks like a movie poster. It's simple concept, executed beautifully. I absolutely adore it, and it's an awesome cover. So anyway, so that is my number 6 on my Batman variant top 10 countdown. Moving on to my top 5, and this is Batman issue number 17, part of the Death of the Family, another Death of the Family entry into this countdown. This one done by Tony S. Daniel, and this is just an awesome cover. Tony S. Daniel, say what you will about him being a writer, but him as an artist, particularly on Batman, he's one of the best, and I absolutely love this cover. I love how you have the cowl just all mangled up. Joker did what he did with the switchblade. You got the image of Joker in the background and the walls inside Arkham with the blood splashing everywhere. It's just an awesome cover. Again, say what you will about his writing, but him as an artist, he's up there, one of the all-time best Batman artists, and this one in particular is just awesome to look at. So that is my number 5 pick. That is Batman issue number 17, done by Tony S. Daniel. Moving on to number 4. This is Batman issue number 39. This one's done by Andy Kubert. And at the caveat, this one, I was saying I was trying to get all the variant collection for the new 52s, I was trying to get after the primary variants for the Batman series. And this month in particular, this was the Harley Quinn variant month theme. And obviously I got that one, but this one I had to have. This is the other variant. I can't remember. This is the 1 in 25 variant. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I know there's a little ding right here, but I got this at a really good deal. And I wanted this cover so bad when I saw this one back on the internet. Again, this is when I stumbled on. I was home in Pittsburgh. And great deal, but it's a number 1. It's an Andy Kubert, so you know you're going to get good quality. But this one in particular, I just love the cover. First off, you see the cub from the Death of the Family, and so I love how it kind of harken back, ties in Endgame, the Death of the Family, obviously, but the little cub there was awesome. And obviously, this in particular should harken back to the Death of the Family. This is back of the last issue number 17, when they're all at the dinner table, and the Joker has everyone tying down in chairs, and Batman's kind of got the electric trap there on him, and I love the concept, how it kind of ties that back into it, but I just love what they did there. Joker's face off, fucking looking crazy as hell, but he got imposed right in front of Batman. It actually looks like Batman's face. But this one it's just awesome. Again, one I stumbled on, one I really wanted, but at the time I had a chance to actually get it. Again, where it wasn't playing at the time, but it was just awesome. And I love this cover. Love it, love it, love it. So that's my number 4, Batman issue number 39, done by Andy Kubert. Moving into my top 3, this is Batman issue number 24. This one done by Gil March. This is the very end of the Secret City part of Zero Year. We have the climax of obviously Batman going up against the Red Hood gang at Ace Chemical Factory. And I'm not going to say too much because this one is just, look at it. It's perfectly detailed. Red Hood #1 falling from the rafters, and I know you can't see it actually has the image of Batman in his mask, falling in the bag of chemicals. Obviously, him gonna become who he's gonna become, but this is awesome. I mean, this is a beautiful cover, and Gil March actually did just a fantastic job on this. One, it's just like you can kind of just look at it for a little bit and just be struck in awe. So, but yeah, that's an issue. That's my number 3, Batman #24, done by Gil March. Moving on to number 2, we're in the top 2, and this one might surprise you, considering who did it, and everyone knows how much I actually adore this guy's art. But this is Batman issue number 21. This one done by Jock. Again, one I'm not gonna say too much about. It's just you just look at it because it just harkens everything Jock in this. His Batman style, again, I put that up there as within one of the greatest of all time. And I like the design of you got the bat symbol him on his chest, but it actually looks like the skylight in Gotham. You got the Gotham buildings there. This one I was fighting for a long time to get. I just couldn't get it at the right price though. And when I saw it, this one in particular, again, it has a little ding right there, but I'm okay with that, considering what I paid for it. I think it's definitely worth it. If I come across it near mint one, I'll definitely do so. But the chance to actually get this into my collection, well, just a minor little ding on the side, I did not care because, number 1, it's Jock. Number 2, I actually love looking at this thing. Ton of white going on, and it really does pop off, and it's really just awesome to look at. But yeah, so this is my number 2 pick on my Batman New 52 variant countdown. Batman number 21, done by Jock. And my number 1, it's Harley Quinn. No, kidding. This is actually just the cover. My number 1, this was done during the Harley's little black book variant theme covers they had at the time. And this one in particular, I freaking went all in on. Because you had a color version, you had a black and white version, and then you have a sketch version. So I have all 3 of those. I have another one kept in bag, so who knows what the 4th one I got. It's obviously a duplicate. Then you have the main cover, so I actually bought 5 different copies of this issue. But this one in particular, you had to. And because it's just an awesome image. My number 1 pick is issue number 47. This one done by Alex Ross, and look, it's Alex Ross. This is just an awesome image. Obviously used in the Batman Harley Quinn cover, kind of as an homage to the concept of this. Well, obviously you have a Joker and Harley, but you have Batman there in the center. It's just an awesome cover. And again, Alex Ross's art design, again, it's like realism. It's like actual people there, actually like almost like a photograph. The way he executes his art design, and this one is no different. Just an awesome image to look at. Again, one at the time, I remember I opened up the bag. This is the first one I got. I was like, oh hell, got the one I really wanted, because this was the one I wanted. But actually getting the black and white and then the sketch version was actually not that hard, believe it or not. Maybe just been how I kind of opened it and just got lucky, I don't know. But this one, it's awesome. There's really not much to say about it other than, again, it's Alex Ross and his realistic art design, and just one you just look at as being awe of. So, but anyway, that was my top 10. Not really. If you want to do this, take this as an opportunity. The one person I would tag would be Bat Josh Hayes, but I'm sure he's getting ready to do it. So, yeah, if you ever wanted to, do a vanity video or a tag video, and this one in particular, want to show off some back covers, by all means, go ahead and do it, and throw it in there, and let's see what you got, because I'm excited. I've been really enjoying all these tag video responses to this tag in particular, so feel free to go ahead and join in. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Next video you should see will be my holiday themed video series, which should be kicking off here pretty dang soon. Still going through how I'm going to do it, but I think I have a pretty good idea in mind. So anyway, until next video, take care.